Hi, everyone. Glad to see you today. Thanks for joining us. And please send me a smile or say hi in the chat if you hear me and everything is fine. So, our next speaker, Bhautik Sheth, founder of IVP Vipanana. Bhautik, sorry, correct me if I was wrong in my pronunciation. Bhautik will provide us with tips on developing digital authority with EEAT. So you're welcome. We don't hear you. You should turn your microphone on. Yeah.
I was just mute. I was just listening to Jaideep Bhai and I was reading the questions that people are putting. And yeah, it is very difficult to pronounce the name of our company. But so let me pronounce for all of you. It's iVipnan. So basically, Vipnan is nothing but the word called marketing in Sanskrit, and I stands for internet. So that is how we created this name. That is iVipnan. Okay, guys. So thank you so much once again to Serpzilla, and I'm looking forward to have a good few minutes with all of you. So many people are asking about ChatGPT. There are certain questions related to content, and somewhere we are also focusing on on the topic that is what I have to cover today. That is EEAT, EEAT, what normally we call it. But the considerational part over here is we need to focus on developing the digital authority. So in the next 10, 20 minutes or 25 minutes or so, I'm going to focus on the major aspects of digital authority that we can focus on by with the help of EEAT concept that was introduced in the most probably the month of the December in 2022, and how we can leverage this concept, how we can implement this concept on our website, and what are the things that we need to focus on. And I will try my best to make it very simple for all those people who are yet very newcomer in this industry of digital, and specifically in the search engine optimization. So very quickly about myself, I've been in this industry for now quite a long time, and fortunate enough that I've been working on certain good projects in India and in outside India as well. By profession, I run an agency, and I'm also a consultant and a trainer. And I love to train people. I love to guide people, not only in this domain, but other domains of management as well. So you can find a little bit more about myself if you go through our website. So I think you can come to know something about what I do, what my team is about, and what they do, and what kind of projects we have worked on. I think you will get the more idea about what exactly we do in this space of digital. But today we are here to speak about digital authority. So when we talk about digital authority, it is very important to understand that what it is exactly all about. Digital authority is mainly all about sending the signal to your users, and along with the users to your search engine. So the signals need to guide the users at the same time to the search engines that your brand knows better about the specific topics. So if you're so many people were asking the question related to healthcare, or someone have also asked question about the finance, investment. So if you are a brand, you are a business, you just need to make sure that you are sending the correct signals not only to the users who should come to your website to keep coming to the website to get the solution of the questions and the queries, but at the same time you also need to send a very strong signals to the search engine algorithms that you have good content, enough good content that is attracting people again and again on your website. So let us not make it a rocket science. Let us not make it so complicated. It is as simple as that. That if more people are going to come to your website, if more people are going to stay on your website, if more people are going to navigate through the different pages on your website, and if there is the high engagement rate in terms of the percentage to your most of the web pages, you can imagine that people are loving your content, they're liking your content, and maybe they're staying on the website to read your content. So like this is also sending a very good signal to the search engine algorithms. And I think that is very important nowadays, that people should talk about this topic more than often, because the game is not only about doing SEO or maybe doing social media marketing or running the ad campaigns, developing the website, writing the blog. I think it is more about understanding how we as a business want to establish ourselves. How do we want to to be known in the market, that what exactly we are up to and what we do. Then if you are really looking to that kind of concept, the strategy rather, you also need to focus that authority is not only important to create in the physical market, but your brand authority is also very important to be created on internet, on digital platforms. So yes, you need to focus on that. So normally it is very easy when somebody asks this question, that how to create the digital authority. So mostly you are going to get the answers like, you have to be highly active on social media, you have to keep writing the good quality blogs, you need to run a good ad campaign, so that so many people would engage with you on your social media content, and through your ads they can come to your website, and hence you can increase their traffic. Yeah, it is, everything is correct, but one should not forget the very important role of organic as well. So if you see how to create this kind of digital authority, you need to focus on the three major aspects, the three major digital platforms where you can create your digital authority, you can develop your digital authority, and at the same time, you can nurture your digital authority. So these three platforms that a brand should focus on: the search engine, organic purpose, that is what we call the search engine optimization, social media and content marketing for organic purpose, and ad campaigns on Google, on different social media platforms. And now you can also think about the role of the OTT platforms in it, where you're not only targeting people on OTT platform, but you also want them to come on the website. So you can generate a good amount of quality traffic from the OTT platforms as well. So yes, this is how we need to focus on creating the content as well. We need to plan our content strategy. You can use certain tools, you can use certain platforms, paid software and the free software. And to start with, you all should definitely look forward to using ChatGPT, as Jaideep Bhai has said, because it is very essential that if you are clueless, at least you should have some support system in terms of the tool that can help you understand that from where you need to start, and then you need to take to the next level by involving yourself, by putting forward your knowledge in creating the content, and make sure that your focus should not be limited to social media or the other content marketing activities. Your focus shouldn't be limited to running the ad campaigns, but you have to give the equal weightage to the search engine optimization activity. And when we talk about SEO, we know we talk about the different techniques. We talk about on-page, technical, link building activity. We talk about so many things. But we shouldn't forget that when we talk about the website, we are actually talking about the content of the website as well, along with the technical aspect of the website. So that is how you need to focus on your organic activity, because it is definitely going to help you a lot. So now, because we are focusing more on this search engine organic activity, we also need to understand that what is the concept of this EEAT, and before that, what was EAT. So EAT stands for expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. So the people who are in this industry for quite some time, you must be knowing that EAT, that is expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, has been a very popular concept, and the content writers globally have been focusing on this a lot, and they just try their best that how can they show the expertise in the content, how they can show that authoritativeness in terms of the topic that you want to describe on your website, and you have done that authority as a brand, and at the same time how you can create that trust factor among your users. But lately, as I said earlier, in the last December, Google introduced this concept of EEAT, and the new E that has been added is stand for experience. So now this EEAT has another partner called experience, and experience is basically it is basically aims to amplify the reputation of the website as well. So EEAT and EAT is never a direct ranking factor, but yes, you can say it's a very crucial factor for crawler to differentiate, and that is how Google talks about this thing, that how it is different. So if you understand that EAT has been one of the factors that you have been using all these years, and now if you want to focus on another actor, what you can say in this group, that is experience, how to see to it. So experience is just one another factor, but still the lead actor in this group is trust. So this is very important, because in the last, since this has been introduced by Google, so many people have started discussing about the dominating role of experience, but no, dominating role is still to be played by the trust only. And according to the Google, trust is the most critical component of EEAT as well. It was one of the most important critical factor in EAT, and still it remains the same. The only reason that Google is giving is the untrustworthy pages, they have the low EEAT altogether. Doesn't matter how experienced, what kind of expertise, and how authoritative your content may seem. So this is a very clear-cut, black and white statement that was given by Google at that time. And we just need to focus on T as a very crucial factor. But at the same time, we have to also focus on experience, expertise, and authoritativeness, because combinedly only you can create the kind of content that is going to tickle to that search raters, the signals, because the signals are going to check all these four together as a strong signal, but the trust factor is going to lead that signal. Now, let me explain you this with some examples, because it is important to understand the example. Okay, so now if we talk about the experience, the content creator lacks adequate experience. For an example, if a restaurant review written by someone who has never eaten anything at the restaurant, so it shows that it lacks an experience. So we need to focus on how to show our experience if we are writing something about some industry or some topic. So one question was asked earlier, that is it okay to use chat gpt for healthcare website, and what Jaideep Bhai said was absolutely correct, that you should not directly copy and paste from that. If you belong to that industry, I think you are going to add a lot of value to the content. And if you belong to the industry for more than a few years now, I think you can add so many different values in terms of your experience. And then you can see the difference, the content that is being generated by the AI tools and the content that is being handled by some experienced content writer, or maybe somebody who has taken the help of the AI tool to write the content, but at the same time, he or she has added his or her experience into that AI-based generated content. You can see the difference into the overall value that both the kind of content will be providing. So yes, you need to just make sure that you show that experience factor in your content. If you talk about the expertise as an example, the content creator lacks adequate expertise. For an example, an blog article about how to skydive, if written by someone with no expertise in the subject. So you won't understand the technical aspect of the skydiving, and I have never done that, right? If I talk about myself, I've never done skydiving. And if my client asks me that, hey, you need to write a blog on this, and I think it is very important for us. So see, I have no expertise into it. Again, what I will be doing, I'll be reading other articles, I'll take some help from again the AI tools, and I'm going to write that. But if I'm not an expert of that particular topic, the same thing will happen, that I will not add the certain level of value to the ultimate content. So you need to have certain level of expertise, because the expertise will help you to digest the topic about that particular industry, about the thing altogether, and that digested thing will help you come out with a better idea in terms of the flow of the content and what kind of the queries the people would have in their mind, and how you can solve the queries with your piece of content. Hence, the expertise becomes another important element in this EEAT. The third example is related to authoritative. So, website or content creator is not an authoritative or trustworthy source for the topic of the page. For an example, if you talk about the text form downloads provided on a cooking website. So you cannot not expect that if you're going on a website that is related to the recipes and all that, and where you are seeing the everything is about the food and the recipes and the techniques of and the different cuisines. In between, if you are seeing a form that is asking about fill the form for your upcoming government tax, so it looks very awkward. At the same time, it is a totally irrelevant. So that is not going to show that authoritativeness about the website altogether, and it will kill your entire the value system as well as a website to the reader, to the user, as well as to the search ranking factors. And now the final is trustworthy. The page or website is not trustworthy for its purpose. For an example, a shopping page with minimal customer service information. So if you are going on a website when it is all about the product and the shopping page, but there is no as such customer service information available, you will not find that trustworthy. For an example, it happens in India. The new startups, they are into the D2C segments. You want to, they run the ad campaigns, they burn a lot of money on meta ads. All of a sudden, you'll see the ad, you like the product, it looks unique, it looks good, it looks trendy. You may click, you may go to the website, and you know that the product costs a little bit higher than your expectation, but still you want to buy. And at the same time, if you find that there is no return policy mentioned on the web page or anywhere in the website, you will have your own doubts in the mind. And this kind of the lack of content will break the trust of the user who came maybe from the social media or maybe from any other platform to the website in the expectation to buy the product. And maybe he or she will abandon the entire process of of the purchase. So that is also very important, that you need to focus that how you can build that trustworthiness on the website, because building the trustworthiness is going to be very important if you really want to take an advantage of all the four factors together. So if you understood this EEAT concept, and now if you want to implement on your website, that how can you implement this on your website? So to highlight the experience factor on the website, you have to show, you can show the team, the people, the employees who are working in your company. You can show the number of years that you have spent in this industry as an organization. You can also show you yourself or the people who are working with you, the kind of experience they have delivering the results and the value to the customers in the industry. Altogether, you have to talk about the legacy of your organization. This will focus a lot on the experience factor of a website. And other than that, you can also participate in the forum submissions and the social media platforms, because altogether, if you see a person who is an experienced person in certain kind of topics, if he or she writes anything on social media, and if it is something that nobody else was knowing previously, they'll start engaging on the social media. And that is how social media also understands that the person who has written this content is considerably experienced person, and people are liking, enjoying, engaging in the content. So the same thing is going to happen over here. Right now, the same thing is happening on this LinkedIn platform and maybe YouTube as well, where this live webinar is going on, and so many people are engaging on LinkedIn right now. You guys are writing the questions, you guys are watching this particular live for maybe 2 hours now, and you are going to give your interest. You have given your interest rather to the algorithm because few people like me and other speakers are sharing their experience. So that is how the social media also focus on that. And when it comes to website, just focus on highlighting your team and your the kind of years that you have spent in the industry and the legacy of the organization. When you want to show the expertise, you need to focus on the skill set of the people who are working with you. Industry thought leadership, you just need to focus again on the industry thought leadership, that how you are different than your counterparts, what kind of new things that you are doing in your industry. And to do that, yes, you can take the help of the blog section. You can also integrate certain YouTube videos with your website. Just see to it that you shouldn't slow down your website as another concern point. But yeah, you can show something that your other counterparts are not showing. This will not only create the fresh content for the website, but at the same time, the users who are coming to your website, they'll find something new and unique on the website that, as I said, the content is not available on your competitor website. And you also need to understand that you are not going to write something that is very common, that is very general content, that normally the others, if they are not putting on the website, but they keep talking about the same thing on social media platforms or maybe in the general other digital platforms. So what new you can do as an organization, as a marketer, you have to think that, and you just need to focus on creating the content surrounding to that. So you have to show that industry thought leadership criteria, and along with showing the skill sets of the people working with you, it will help in developing the expertise. You can also show some USPs of your products that maybe again your competitors product do not have. That will also show the expertise of your organization through the content that you are promoting. If you talk about the authority, recognitions, whatever recognitions you got, the awards and the accolades and the mentions, I think that will generate the kind of authority about the organization, about the people working in the organizations. You need to also put certain downloadables, in the downloadable section where people would come and they would like to download something like the PDF, the report, and the white papers and the research reports, as I said, or maybe some ebooks. It will generate that authority that people are coming again and again. I think a very good example that I can imagine right now is the website called Search Engine Journal. And if you go there, there are a lot of resources available for free to download. And if you are a newcomer in this industry, I think that is the treasure for you. You only need to go, you need to click, you have to download, and you will keep reading the content in the PDF format. But again and again, you will go because that website keep putting good content in terms of the PDF ebook, and you'll keep going there, you'll keep downloading there, and you are not spending a penny for that. So that is how the authoritativeness is very important, that you are not only showing to the users, but at the same time you are also showing to the search engine signals. Then comes the trust. Here we need to focus because certain questions were there. They were asking about the e-commerce websites. Guys, just focus on the reviews, the testimonials of the customer, and try to generate certain UGC, the user-generated content, and try to integrate it on the website. Again, this good websites, they have the very good blog section, and the quality blog fetches more users. They read the blog, and then they write certain comments with the blog. They ask the questions, that they show their gratitude. They also put their points forward, but these are the content that is generated by the users and not by the webmasters. So why not to ask people that come and write some reviews about our products if you have bought. If you are into service sector, if you are into the healthcare sector, or maybe in the education, why don't you ask people and come and write review for your services? So you can focus on the review part. Testimonials, yes, you just need to make sure that you are collecting the good amount of testimonials from the customers, and I think it will also be very helpful to you, because that will again generate the kind of a trust factor among the people. So these are something that you can focus if you really want to take an advantage of these EEAT signals on your website. This is how you need to just put it into the plan, your content planner of the website. But do you know that what is available on the website, what is lacking on the website, what should be there and what shouldn't be there? So have you ever done the content audit of the website? Now, this is something that so many people they miss to do. Yes, people will do audit of the website, but they may not do the audit of the content on the website. So there are certain things that you can ask to yourself after opening your website, and you can do certain kind of manual self audit by your own self that you can do right now after this session. So you just need to ask certain question that does the content provide original information or reporting, research or analysis on the website. So you need to just see to it. You also need to see that whether the content provide the complete or you can see the comprehensive description of the topic that you have mentioned on a certain web pages. So it shouldn't be just the peripheral thing about the topic, but is it providing the complete or comprehensive description about the topic or not? That you need to see. You also need to see whether the content provide insightful analysis or some interesting information available beyond the expectation of users. So that also you need to focus on. If not available, try to integrate this kind of content. You also need to see if it just make sure it shouldn't be there, and if at all you are copying and pasting, so just don't put the source link or the source name in terms of putting the course, but you also need to focus that you have to provide substantial additional value and originality even to the copied content. So you have to amplify the content. In the simple word, you just need to lift the content. If the original content has been copied from somewhere, just don't copy and paste and write 1 2 lines just to finish it up. No, you this if that copied content is the base, try to amplify it, try to lift it with your knowledge, with your ideas and your understanding. I think it will work very well for you. Talking about certain on-page activities, just make sure that your title of the web pages should provide some good description about your particular web page content and the kind of very helpful summary of that content through title and meta description. That also you can focus on. You have to also focus on, don't exaggerate with your heading. And I have seen, not I have, maybe so many have seen that when you open the website, the first heading line that you read is about welcome to our website. That is a very common thing. See, welcome to our website. This is not your doormat where people are coming and they're seeing the doormat and welcome is written. So why not to leverage that headline that you are, the heading tag that normally we call. And also do not exaggerate where you just try to impress the users, because you see the company that has just started maybe 5 6 months ago and they're writing that we are the leading XYZ company in India, or we are the leading XYZ company based in USA. So it is an exaggeration that normally so many of us we write in that heading tag, and we just want to impress the users who are coming to the website. So try to avoid that as well. You also need to see that what kind of references you are you want to show on the website. If at all you have taken some content from the magazine, some encyclopedia, some magazines or book, you just put the reference of that particular source as well. And yeah, overall you need to see that whether you just see to from yourself that if this page I want to take this page in the top SERP of search engine, is it literally providing a substantial value to the user? If this content is not providing the substantial value to myself, then I cannot expect the this will provide some value to my searchers as well. So I think this will help you a lot. Kind of, as I said, this is the kind of manual audit that you can do. Okay, so exactly to now, after doing this audit, you can do these things, and this will guide you a lot. This will help you a lot. So, like, you can focus on blogs. Blogs are very important. Yeah, people will say that nobody reads the blog, but yes, still the people in this industry, the SEO fraternity, we keep emphasizing on the blogs. So just go through all this auditing part and just focus how you can satisfy the requirement of the lacking part in that audit through your blog content. So you can start writing such blogs. You can focus on certain good case studies, use cases that if at all with your product or with your services, whether in your SaaS industry, whether you are into other industry, you just need to come out with some good classical case studies and just try to elaborate your case. Again, collaboration is very important in terms of what was the actual pain point of your customers, how did you help them to understand their pain point, how your product or services could come out as an ultimate solution of their pain points, and what was the ultimate result that gave the kind of satisfaction to your customers, and then ultimately and that case study with the good testimonial of the customer. And yeah, that is how the case studies should be written, and you can focus on this aspect of the content, maybe a little bit more than the routine type of content. As I said it earlier, just go and read your meta description once again. If you feel that the meta descriptions are not good enough, just go and rewrite it. There you can take the support of the ChatGPT tool, and maybe you can write some cool meta descriptions that may start help you with your search signals, sticking with that. Outreaching content, somebody was asking about backlink in the previous session. Somebody asked this question. Yes, you can outreach to other industry-centric domains. So if you are into jewelry, if you are into diamonds, you can focus on something, some websites that are specifically designed for jewelry and diamonds, and you can outreach there, and you can just ask for the guest blogging or maybe the paid blogging and blogs as well, and you can ask for the do follow links from there. I think it can also help you, but make sure it should look natural. That is very important. Product description, just try to give a good description to your product, because you know that again that adds to the trustworthiness element of the content. So that is, I think Amazon is a very classical example of this, because wherever you like, if you go to so many different websites, the e-commerce, standalone e-commerce website or marketplaces, I think Amazon has set a very good benchmark for all these websites in terms of the product description. And along with, if you can put certain visuals element with that, images and the small micro videos, then you can also get some influencers on board who are specifically known in that industry of that product. I think you can ask for their reviews. You can also ask for their small micro videos, and I think all these things you will find on Amazon. So yeah, product description, very important, crucial. I said it earlier, just focus on user generated content. The UGC will help you not only create certain content directly by the users, but it will also help your users to keep engaging with your content. So it will increase that engagement rate. And like, you don't only want people to come and stay on your website and the web page is open and they're not scrolling down, they're not just going through the content, but somehow the web page is open and they're just not focusing on the content. So you also need to give certain reason to the user that they'll not only open the website or the particular web page, but they'll start engaging with your web page. UGC can help you get that. And also focus on FAQs, because FAQs are very crucial, frequently asked questions. Try to take help of certain keyword tools and just try to find how, what, why, that 6WH. And you can take the help of these certain tools, and you can also take help of ChatGPT, put some long tail keywords, and you can find some certain good FAQs from there also. And if nothing is working in your favor, then you can directly go and open Google and you just check the kind of FAQs that the search engine will show once you search for any specific topic. You can focus on those queries and the questions, and you can write certain answers. That is, as I said it earlier, that is the solution to the pain of the people. Always remember, when somebody is asking any question, that is basically nothing but the pain that people are putting on search engine. You want this to provide the solution to that, and if at all you will be able to provide the solution to that, I think you are not only helping people with the content, but at the same time, you are also helping people to come on the website again and again, because while reading certain things as a solution of their query, then the higher chances they'll go through the other web pages of the website. And as I said, it will increase not only the session time on the website, but it will increase the chance of the engagement rate again on the website. So, guys, other than website, do we have any other channel where you can distribute the content? So yes, you can distribute content through Reddit, the Quora, and the Medium. These are some good platforms. You should use some social bookmarking websites because, as we all know, they rank very high and they have a very good authority. Use the Pinterest very smartly, and we do it a lot on our client website. We use Pinterest a lot, and not for the purpose of social media marketing, but for the purpose of SEO. And yes, we have seen some good results using the Pinterest. You can also, as I said, guest posting sites. Just approach, just outreach to them, just ask, and as I said, is whatever content you are putting there, it should look natural. At the same time, the link building activity, you have to make sure that again it also should look natural. And you can take some help of the PR sites as well, because certain PR sites will help you take your content into Google News section. And yeah, you also want to generate that signal also, whether your brand is coming in the new Google News section or not, because ultimately we are not here talking only about EEAT or EAT or the difference between these two. We are talking here about creating that digital authority and coming in the news section of Google search engine. Yes, it has to be very important criteria, and you have to do that. So to do all these things, you have to create a well-researched keywords pool, and I think you can sit with somebody who is good at it. If you don't know, I think so many people are asking questions over here related to keywords and all that. I think keyword research and all that is a very time-consuming activity, and I think you need to give a lot of time to it. So it's not something that you ask the question and somebody can answer to the question. But yeah, I think you can take the guidance of somebody who is good at it, and you will just need to do some brainstorming activity. So that is what I believe, and you have to do some well researched keyword pool. You have to define the good skeleton of the content, and I think you have to focus on how your content will be flowing on the home page, on the major children pages, on the blog page. How you want people to go from uh, the top to bottom, and the left to right. That is what we call the T-shape surfing on the web page. How you want people to go through that. I think that content will help you a lot. The skeleton will help you a lot. Rather, you have to define the specific long tail queries to ask GPT, and this is what even Jaideep Bhai said, and even I'll suggest you go there, use that. And when industry, the people who are in the industry, if they are saying, I think you should do that, because we might be doing the same thing and we know that it is helping us, so it may help you as well. You also can apply your LSI and EET in the generated draft by the AI tool. So whatever the draft, the listicles, or the idea that you are generating from the different AI tools, if you know that you cannot write well and you cannot afford to hire some good industry specific content writer. We know this is a very big problem, specifically in the country like India, where so everybody wants to do SEO, but the budget is very limited. Sometimes from the client, or majorly by the clients, they don't prefer to spend a lot of money in all this stuff, and that is the reason that we depend a lot on this AI tools. You can, but as you know that you only need to take the idea, and you need to apply some good LSI keywords and the EEAT factors into it, and don't directly copy and paste. But as I said earlier, you just make sure that you are giving your version of the content rather than using the version that was generated by that AI specific tool. And this is the last, the mantra that I can provide to all of you, that you can create people first content and you can avoid search engine first content. This mantra again was once generated by Google only, and I'm just repeating this line because this is very crucial to not only to read, to think, to understand, and then to digest, and then bring this into the practice. If you will not bring into the practice, I think it will become difficult to create the kind of content that is helping that search raters, the ranking raters, to get impressed. So yes, you just focus on people first content because we keep seeing this in our so many different sessions that if people are going to love it, search engine is definitely going to love it. And people are coming to your website, they want to see, they want to feel, and they want to read. If you can focus on all these elements, I think definitely it is going to help you a lot. So guys, that's it from my side, and that's my social media platforms. Other than Tinder, I'm everywhere. So if you want to connect with me, I'm available actively on all the social media platforms, and you can also put an email to me. And yeah, if you have any question, you can ask the questions to me.
I know, yes, there were some questions about content, what should it contain, to rank high, something like that, after my presentation, but I guess you answered perfectly, dear, in your pitch. So guys, any questions about EEAT and how to create content? But I guess there were pretty useful recommendations in the slides. Seems no more questions.
When you don't get any question, this is what we call in our training session that if you don't have any question, there has to be two reasons only for that. Number one, you understood everything. Number two, you didn't understand anything.
So maybe a question will be, I don't know, in 10 or 5 minutes, and we may answer them after our next speaker, as I guess, if you do not hurry.
I am here till
Stay with
6
us.
o'clock. Yeah, I am here till 6 o'clock because after 6 o'clock, I have my training session going to start. So, guys, I'm here available till 6 o'clock. And if at all, if you have any query after that, don't hesitate connecting to me on any particular platform. I'll be definitely answering your question. That is my promise to you.
Okay. Yeah. People wrote that very informative, great presentation. So actually, yeah, many thanks for you for joining us for today.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
thanks.